Morning class, Mr. Walter. Welcome to the shop. Today we're going to be talking about measurements. We're going to introduce measurements today. I'm going to go over a little bit of stuff that we're going to see in class, and we're also going to see what we do outside of class after high school or in certain jobs. As you guys know, one of my favorite hobbies is woodworking, and I'm going to introduce some of the tools that I use that will help you in class. Probably the biggest thing you're going to see is going to be a ruler. The various types of rulers. One I like to keep in the classroom is just a simple 12-inch ruler. And you guys have these too. I think it was part of the list, the school list. So we have our ruler. This is a 12-inch ruler. It has inches on here, and then on the bottom are centimeters. Okay. And one of the biggest things in woodworking is we use not calculator, but I do have one right here. Our measuring tapes. And on our measuring tapes, you can see here they are all laid out nice by inches. And this one actually does do fractions as well. And we're going to talk about fractions a little bit, but that's going to be in a couple weeks in class, okay? So this is one of my measuring tapes. It's 25 foot long, okay? Some can go up to 100. Some can have as small as 10 inches. In my bag that I bring to school that you guys see every day, I have a small 10-foot bag in there. 10-foot ruler, I mean. Calculators. You guys have been introduced to calculators, but this kind right here, this calculator right here does inches, feet, meters. It can also do fractions on it. This is a lot of contractors or people that build houses. They use this type of calculator to help them understand what they do and how much material they might need if when they're building or pricing out a house. Okay, so that's this type. Obviously, we got different types of other types of rulers here. You can't really see this. This is a yardstick plus a meter stick. So we're going to learn about yards, which is 36 inches, and meters, which is 39. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be a little bit longer than that or shorter. But this type I don't use inside the shop here at all. This is we use this in the classroom that you'll see me put up on the board. So I'm going to set that over here to the side. When we want to get more detailed, like I said, one of the things I like to do is wood turning. So when we make things like this is called a spindle here, and you can see it's got different measurements on it. So what I do is I take this and I'll measure what they call a story stick, and you can see some of the markings on it. You can see how I have it laid out on here. And then once I have this made, I'll take a blank piece of wood and I'll keep this near my lathe while I'm working, and then I can produce the same type of spindle that was original on there. So it's neat things how you can do with measurement, as you can see when you do measurements. All right, measuring is so important in life. You use measuring in cooking, you use measuring in workshop. When you want to hang up pictures, you got to look at your wall and determine how many pictures you want to put up there. Angles, you'll learn angles. We'll get into that later. This here is an old-time ruler that I use. I probably use this more than I use my tape measure when it comes to smaller detailed work. So that's a little bit about what we do in the workshop. You guys are going to start learning off of the ruler. We're going to start with that. This is the basic thing to use when we start measuring, because you're going to use measurements all of your life. I look forward to working with you. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and we're going to get started, and it's going to be a great time, and hopefully we can measure some stuff. Might even bring in some lumber and stuff, or measure the school in the class or in the hallway. Thanks, guys. Bye.